mother.
Lazo, you're so crazy. When is Brayko throwing another party? Put on some music.
Ha! Brayko's history. I'm the big man in love.
Let me have
You wait.
some of that.
Where are you?
Lazo has been terminated. Move out.
What the hell's going on here? What, nothing to say? This silent treatment of yours is starting to hurt my feelings. And after all we've been through, too. You're just a kid, so I'm willing to let this go, but you keep pushing it.
Mike, are you still there?
I'm here.
Someone was jamming the frequency. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. What's up with the connection? Looks like something's interfering with the transmission. Or... Great. You guys again. And I take it you're the leader? I ran into a little friend of yours tonight, hanging out with your G22 buddies. She's quite the little firecracker, although she doesn't talk much. Well, except with those pistols of hers.
That would be my bodyguard, Sis. And I know you spared her life. That's why I'm calling.
I didn't want to fight her. I was only there for Lazo. But she didn't give me much choice.
It was under my orders, Mike. But I didn't realize you would be there. Else, I would have instructed Sis to behave differently.
So should I ask what G22 is doing in Moscow? You guys sure seem to get around.
It's a rather long answer, Mike. One I'd like to discuss more, if you'd be up for it.
Is your bodyguard invited? If so, I'll need body armor.
I'm afraid it's required she be present. We're not supposed to be apart. It's how G22 operates in the field. But like you, I tend to bend the rules for the sake of the greater good. I'll leave the choice up to you, but I can't wait long. If you want to discuss your future, then meet me at the following coordinates. It isn't far. And come alone.
All right. But I better not be walking into an ambush. And tell Sis to keep her distance.
I will do so. I will not wait long, Mike. So if you want to speak to me, you'll have to do it soon.
Beautiful night. Let's not ruin it by shooting each other.
It's all right, sis. Hello, Mike. No trouble finding the place, I hope.
You wanted to meet face to face. Why?
I wanted to talk about you and the organization I represent. You spared Sis's life. For that, you have my thanks.
Sorry it came to that. I didn't want to fight her, but the situation didn't leave much time for talking. Although she's not much of a talker, I take it.
She's a mute. Let's walk. Sis will make sure we're not interrupted.
All right. So, what did you want to talk about?
I know to all outward appearances you're a rogue agent. I also know about Alpha Protocol, and in your case, it's being used for its intended purpose.
Wasn't my choice, really. One of my associates made the decision for me.
I disagree. You had other options, I'm sure. Did enacting Alpha Protocol change your mission?
No.
Then you should be proud of your accomplishment.
What accomplishment?
It's not often that one gets to turn the tools of their own government against them, and for the right reasons. And Alpha Protocol? It is a powerful tool.
Between Halbeck and you, I'm beginning to feel like everyone knows about Alpha Protocol.
It may seem that way. I'd argue you're simply traveling in a smaller circle here, on the fringe of international politics.
I don't know what you want, Albatross. G22's agenda? Doesn't seem like you have one.
No. We have aspirations, as does any government. But we believe that agendas are accomplished by careful study and observation. If the status quo is disrupted, it makes predicting triggers and events more difficult.
You sound like one of the analysts of Alpha Protocol I know.
Alpha Protocol has always had someone in that role. It helps them function as intended, no matter what iteration of the program. It's an odd thing. A government-sponsored program whose purpose is to prevent being policed by its own government. Now, what kind of foundation is that for a country?
I guess you have to trust your country and act in its best interests.
Do you trust your country?
I do. I believe in the mission.
I propose we become allies.
What, I become a member of G22?
No. I propose we cooperate. You will find that as extensive as Alpha Protocol's leftover safe houses and gadgets are, well, G22 has access to much more.
And the price?
Let us say I owe you. You've already paid me, in the only currency I value. What do you say?
All right. I need all the friends I can get. And for some reason, I trust you.
You won't regret it, Mike. We're out of time, I'm afraid. Thank you for listening to me, Mike. I know you have a great deal of work ahead of you.
Albatross, I need to know something.
Yes. What?
This business with Halbeck. I can still prevent it, right? There's a way to stop them. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Mike. It never does.
Oh, great. Picture of Darcy. He wrote, Mike and Sean, fuck yeah! With 3 exclamation points. Grigory, I'm Agent Michael Thornton. I was hoping we could speak privately. Just two men having a drink, sharing secrets, but not in that way.
Why are you wasting my time?
Drinking alone is time well spent then. I'll toast to that. A cough like that, this bar may not be the best place to hang out. Secondhand smoke and all.
I quit 3 times this month. Second-hand smoke is my way of getting by, Agent.
I'm Mike Thornton. You already know the agent part.
It is written all over you like a billboard. I am Grigory, but you knew that, or you would not have come here.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt your coughing, or your drinking, but I wanted to know who Halbeck's friends are here in Moscow.
What specifically do you wish to know? If they have friends at all? Now, that is a question in itself.
I want to know who Halbeck's working with.
That is a difficult question, but I know someone who would know the answer. There is a man, Sergei Surkov. He runs several businesses in Moscow. He may know who Halbeck is dealing with.
Sergei Surkov. Running a check on the name now. We're getting a lot of hits. He shouldn't be hard to find. Although, judging from his contact list, figuring out where his next appointment is could take some time.
All right, I think I can wait a little longer. And there's a few other leads I'd like to track down.
You were planning to investigate Leningradsky station, yes? Maybe you can do me a favor.
A favor?
Your American missiles are not the only cargo that comes through the station. If you go, maybe you could divert these shipments accidentally, of course.
What, you mean change the shipping labels? And me without my label maker.
It is more simple than that. The box destination is stenciled on the side, but it is a code. Change it with a marker, and the boxes will end up somewhere else. To a friend of ours who will be happy to reimburse us, maybe do a little business with you.
I'll think about it.
Do that. And if you need a place to buy weapons, armor, devices, I can help you there too. I may not know Halbeck, but I know many others who are not friends of theirs.
I'd appreciate that. What's the price tag for the reference?
Directing a customer to a shopkeeper friend, no price tag, just business.
All right. Thanks, Grigory. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you not being an asshole when talking to me, Michael. Other agents, too stiff. Others, too much cowboy. You come to me as a human being. Should be rewarded, no?
Come out, or I'll shoot through those boxes you're crouching behind.
Wouldn't want that.
Ah, American. CIA. I am surprised I did not hear you in Moscow.
I'm on vacation.
So you come here for the scenery? Or are you here to catch a train, darling?
Let's ditch the interrogation. You're here for the missiles, so let's not play games.
Darling, I do not play games. And apparently neither do you. But we should talk. I do not want to shoot you, as I only have so many bullets.
Could have fooled me.
I propose a deal. I am here for the same reason you are, to find this Halbech train. We work together, we both get what we want.
Stay out of my way, and we'll get along fine.
I accept your terms. Do not harm my men, and they will not fire on you. Is it a deal?
Well, considering you have the drop on me, then it sounds like a deal. For now.
That is good. Because I think we have company.
Who are the guys in the tracksuits?
No idea. They may be guarding the shipment.
Looks like I've walked into the middle of a turf war.
Hope you're not planning on getting involved.
May not have much choice.
Just remember why you're here, Mike.
Where'd you run off to?
Just hacked a security system, but not sure what it was for.
Looks like it's unlocked some doors to the neighboring building. Watch out, Mike. I'm picking up movement on that water tower.
Great. Snipers on the tower. I'm in, and I've discovered where the weapons are going.
Upload the data. I'll pass it along to the authorities.
What was that? Where are you? What the fuck?
walked into a toy store. Looks like the shipment's ready to go to its client.
We're not going to have time to warn the local authorities. And they won't have time to confiscate the weapons before they're moved out. It'd be safer to destroy them. According to the station layouts, there should be a storage room across the tracks.
Where are you? What was that?
I found the shipping manifests, but no mention of the missiles. Weapons, a lot of them, are coming through this train yard, but not the ones we're looking for.
All right, get out of there then. It still could help us.
Be right there. Just need to change the destination address. Actually, I'll ship them to Grigory. He'll appreciate the present.
Mike, we don't have time. Never mind.
You better appreciate this, Grigory. So much for getting out of here the easy way.
What was that? Fuck.
That must be Dimitri.
Michael, I did not realize you knew how to kill so well.
I don't like to brag.
And so polite. Maybe I should keep a more careful eye on you.
Look all you want, but tell me what you're doing here first. You're mercenaries. Who's your employer?
Michael, I am not one to kiss and tell.
Fine, I'll find out eventually.
Yes, especially if we were to keep working together. We could make our trip to Moscow a quick one, and efficient.
You're kidding.
It is not marriage I am proposing, Michael. But is the thought so unappealing? I am hurt. I will be in touch, Michael. I think we will have much to discuss, you and I.
I won't promise I'll listen. Turn up anything, Mina?
The name Grigory provided. Sergei Surkov. He's well connected in Moscow, and he may know what Halbech's plans are.
Any idea where I can find him?
I've confirmed he's at the American Embassy now. He should be there for the next few hours, if his schedule holds.
Good to hear. Is something wrong?
Something's interfering with the signal. I'm going to switch to another frequency.
What the hell?
Mike, I understand you're going after Surkov.
I suppose it's too much to ask to give me some warning before you interrupt my calls.
We don't have a lot of time. I know about your mission, and I can assist you in getting to Surkov. When you arrive at the embassy, I can patch into your frequency and provide support as your handler. I think you'll find G-22's resources are considerable.
Alright. I could use all the help I can get.
Excellent. I have your frequency. I'll contact you when you reach the embassy, and we can go from there.
I'll get my gear and head out.
All right. One last thing, Mike. I'd prefer infiltrating the embassy quietly. If things should get difficult, however.
I'll be ready. Expecting trouble?
Always.
Great.
What happened? I got cut off.
Mina, I think Albatross is going to be joining us at the embassy.
What?
No time to explain. But I think we need to reach Surkov now. So this is the embassy, huh? I was hoping for something a little cheerier.
There's still no contact from G-22. Do you want to call
Mike,
them?
this is Albatross. Our surveillance indicates you're at the embassy perimeter. Can you confirm?
I'm guessing that feedback means you've cut me off from my handler.
I've locked down your signal to keep radio traffic to a minimum. It's a low probability embassy security will pick up our conversation, but I'm worried about other interests.
Understood. Has your surveillance picked up anything else?
We're checking the embassy grounds now. No sign of hostiles. Yet.
Alright, let's see what we got at the front door.
Embassy guards. Standard issue weapons. According to our intelligence, the embassy hasn't been alerted, so they shouldn't be expecting trouble. Still, approach with caution.
Always.
Good. The ladder should grant you roof access. I'm reading a C4 explosion in your area. The BCI are attacking the building.
Great. Any idea how many?
Enough. Keep focusing on Surkov. That's where they're headed. Reinforcements are being deployed. They're rappelling from the chopper onto the ledge outside the building. Surkov is close. I'm picking up his radio.
That armor you're wearing, are you one of these terrorists? If you intended to sneak in here, your plan seems to have backfired, judging from the gunfire and the people you've killed. If you are one of the attackers, whatever you're being paid, I can pay more.
Turn up the feed. I want to hear his voice clearly. Good. You've got his attention. Now get his cooperation.
Surkov, I am not here for your money, only information. But right now, I want to get you out of here. Safely.
Very well. I do not know who these attackers are, but I do know this embassy.
Well done. Let's see what he has to share.
The embassy security systems are our problem. The explosion has triggered the automatic security gates. They must be disabled if we want to escape the building.
So I need to find the security terminal and then override the codes.
Yes, the terminal is upstairs. But in the monitoring room next to us, there is a maintenance ladder. Take the ladder to the main security room upstairs. Unlock the gates. Then I can meet up with you at the courtyard. We don't have much time.
The room Surkov mentioned should be close by. Once inside, look for a maintenance ladder leading up to the 4th floor. Let me see if I can open the maintenance hatch by remote. They've deployed several groups on the roof. Be careful. VCI are getting ahead of you, and it looks like they're hacking the embassy systems.
Bravo squad, moving out.
Did it. Security gate's unlocked.
Delta here.
Now
We're moving out.
Let's get out of here.
Rendezvous with Surkov in the main courtyard. He should be on his way there now. We've taken control of the elevators on the upper floors. I'm trying to shut them down and cut off further reinforcements.
Show yourself.
Done. But one team slipped through. I'm picking up VCI transmissions. Looks like reinforcements are entering the embassy. The elevator shut down. Look for another way off the floor. Surkov's at the front door. Provide cover. Don't let him get shot, or this was all for nothing.
Tango Bogey Niner. Initiating search.
I'll make this easy on you. Come on, huh?
Tango Bogey Niner. Initiating search.
Taking cover. I'll make this easy on me and come out.
presume you helped me because I can help you.
I'm here to find out what Halbeck's doing in Moscow, Surkov. I've been told you're the man to talk to.
Should I be honored? But Halbeck? Why?
It's my responsibility to find out what they're doing here in Moscow.
Your
and stop them.
responsibility? Forgive me, Mr. Thornton, but my understanding was that you are a rogue agent.
That doesn't make me any less responsible to my country or to the world, Mr. Surkov. Can you help me?
I will, gladly. Halbeck is smuggling weapons through Moscow. Was your country not already aware of this?
I'm not sure how much my government really knows. There seems to be protocols in place to blind them to their own actions.
I do not know who Halbeck's contact is in Moscow, but it will not take me long to find out.
I appreciate the cooperation.
As I appreciate you saving my life, Mr. Thornton. I think our responsibility to our countries is something we see eye to eye on.
Glad to hear it, Surkov. I look forward to hearing from you.
Mr. Thornton, I'm glad you were able to make it. I have the information you requested.
Glad to hear it, Mr. Surkov.
Sergei, please. After the incident at the embassy, I'm glad we can talk under more relaxed circumstances, without the armor.
Yeah, wearing civilian clothes is starting to feel out of place the way things are going.
Understood. Mr. Thornton, Michael. As I said, I was able to track down the information you requested. After reading your dossier, however, I had a proposal for you.
A proposal? I'm touched, but I'm a committed bachelor.
And I am already married. No, what I am proposing is a business arrangement. Michael, I'm going to be honest with you. Based on your record, I think you're someone that can be trusted. I have had dealings with Halbeck. In fact, I was their initial contact for smuggling weapons into Moscow. including these missiles you're looking for.
Money talks, then.
It was more complicated than that. Halbeck and I did not see eye to eye on the terms of our arrangement, and we had a falling out. Unfortunately, they've found a new partner here in Moscow, a Confronting Brayko.
Brayko? I don't think I've heard of him. If he's an arms dealer, I'm surprised he didn't show up on the radar when I arrived.
He merely has delusions of becoming one, which makes him more dangerous. He's not a man to show restraint in business dealings, but few members of the Russian mafia do.
You two do a lot of business in the past?
He was once a protege of mine. You wouldn't know it to look at him.
Why? Does he smile more? Or just dress better?
Not particularly. He is somewhat enamored of your American culture. The 80s, I believe. Halbeck's arrangement with Brayko is going to cause repercussions. I'm a reasonable man, but Brayko is dangerous. He will sell to anyone, provided they have the money. Those missiles, along with the other Halbeck munitions, could end up in places where greater tragedies can occur.
So what's your proposal?
If I help you with Brayko, I do not want my past involvement with Halbeck exposed. Working with him was a mistake, and I understand that.
All right. What can you tell me about him? I don't want to go there and find any more surprises like I did at the embassy.
You didn't have me as a business partner then, and I don't like my associates working in the dark.
Then all I need is Brayko's location.
He is in a mansion outside Moscow, decorated to his own particular tastes.
I'm more interested in his defenses.
That intelligence you may have to gain on your own, or purchase from local contacts.
Just download the location of my PDA, and I'm set.
Very well. I will have the information sent to you. And thank you again for saving my life, Michael.
Whoa there, big guy. Didn't see you there. You been there the whole time?
My apologies. Champion Chick is here to see me, Mr. Thornton. If you are going after Brayko, then I am in need of protection while you're away.
Nothing better than a walking wall, I guess. That medal for real?
Champion Chick won it in the Olympics. Boxing, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I won some too. In shooting and martial arts. Have fun, you two.
So you and Surkov met at the embassy during the attack.
I could have timed it better had I known the VCI was planning to assault the place.
But you survived, even if many of the Marines stationed at the embassy did not. An unfortunate coincidence. Who knew those mercenaries would choose that moment to attack?
It was my fault. I don't think it was a coincidence. I'm sure my arrival provoked it somehow.
Now, don't be down on yourself. No one knew the embassy was going to be attacked, did they?
Someone did.
Well, I hear most of the Marines died doing their duty, and the VCI suffered some casualties, I imagine, but probably not much. But you handled yourself exceptionally well. You must have had help. You're truly a skilled agent, Mr. Thornton. But one man against several highly trained squads? No, the odds aren't that good.
I did have help.
Who was it?
An intelligence organization called G-22, led by a man named Albatross.
I see.
Do you know them?
Not yet. Well, if it hadn't been for that attack in Moscow, I doubt if anyone would have known you were in the city.
I'm not in broadcasting or marketing, so that shouldn't surprise you.
I don't know. It seems you still make an impression on the fairer sex, no matter what the age difference is.
What are you talking about?
Z. In mercenary circles, she's something of an old reliable.
Is that why she's on your payroll?
Ah, so you backtracked that, did you? Very good. But back to the reason you were at the embassy. Surkov.
Yeah, I sort of expected more from ex-KGB when I met him, but maybe that's part of his charm.
So you know about his past?
Yep, him going legit, starting his corporations, trying to bring capitalism to Russia, the whole bit.
I see. You didn't seem to have much trouble getting information out of Surkov. I imagine you two had a cordial talk while the bullets were flying.
He cooperated. I think he appreciated the fact I acted like a professional. I don't know if he fully trusted me then, but...
But he did tell you who had the Hellbeck missiles. And he gave you a name.
Yes. Confronting Brayko.
Now.
How vid...
Mr. Thornton, I'm glad you were able to make it. I have the information you requested.
Glad to hear it, Mr. Surkov.
Sergei, please. After the incident at the embassy, I'm glad we can talk under more relaxed circumstances, without the armor.
Yeah, wearing civilian clothes is starting to feel out of place the way things are going.
Understood. Mr. Thornton, Michael, as I said, I was able to track down the information you requested. After reading your dossier, however, I had a proposal for you.
So you found out what Halbeck is doing in Moscow?
I did, but there's more to it than that. Michael, I'm going to be honest with you. Based on your record, I think you're someone that can be trusted. I have had dealings with Halbeck. In fact, I was their initial contact for smuggling weapons into Moscow, including these missiles you're looking for.
Those missiles were used to bring down that airliner in the Middle East. People died.
Yes, and I think we both know that's just the beginning. Halbeck and I did not see eye to eye on the terms of our arrangement, and we had a falling out. Unfortunately, they've found a new partner here in Moscow, a Confronting Brayko.
Brayko? I don't think I've heard of him. If he's an arms dealer, I'm surprised he didn't show up on the radar when I arrived.
He merely has delusions of becoming one, which makes him more dangerous. He's not the man to show restraint in business dealings, but few members of the Russian mafia do.
Can you give me details on Brayko and his operation?
He started out in prostitution and extortion, and now he's moved up to drug smuggling.
What about weapon trafficking? The Halbeck angle sounds new.
It is. If the angle is profitable, however, Brayko is an eager student. Halbeck's arrangement with Brayko is going to cause repercussions. I'm a reasonable man, but Brayko is dangerous. He will sell...
So what...
If I have...
If the information you can provide help...
Then I can ask...
Then...
He...
I'm more...
That...
It was my fault. Is that your way of asking if I had allies? Fuck off, Leyland. Next time wear a billboard with your motivation on it. It'd be more subtle.
You testing my...
Good.
Mr. Thornton, I'm glad you were able to make it. I have the information you requested.
Glad to hear it, Mr. Surkov.
Sergei, please. After the incident at the embassy, I'm glad we can talk under more relaxed circumstances, without the armor.
Yeah, wearing civilian clothes is starting to feel out of place the way things are going.
Understood. Mr. Thornton, Michael, as I said, I was able to track down the information you requested. After reading your dossier, however, I had a proposal for you.
I hope this concerns Halbeck's plans in Moscow.
It does. It's a business proposal as well. Michael, I'm going to be honest with you. Based on your record, I think you're someone that can be trusted. I have had dealings with Halbeck. In fact, I was their initial contact for smuggling weapons into Moscow, including these missiles you're looking for.
So you're working with Halbeck? What, you and Leyland count your money while people die?
I make no excuse for my actions, Mr. Thornton, but there are complexities you may not be aware of. Halbeck and I did not see eye to eye on the terms of our arrangement, and we had a falling out. Unfortunately, they've found a new partner here in Moscow, a Confronting Brayko.
Brayko? I don't think I've heard of him. If he's an arms dealer, I'm surprised he didn't show up on the radar when I arrived.
He merely has the illusions of becoming one, which makes him more dangerous. He's not a man to show restraint in business dealings, but few members of the Russian mafia do.
You two do a lot of business in the past?
He was once a protege of mine. You wouldn't know it to look at him.
Why? Does he smile more? Or just dress better?
Not particularly. He is somewhat enamored of your American culture. The 80s, I believe. Halbeck's arrangement with Brayko is going to cause repercussions. I'm a reasonable man, but Brayko is dangerous. He will sell to anyone, provided they have the money. Those missiles, along with the other Halbeck munitions, could end up in places where greater tragedies can occur.
So what's your proposal?
If I help you with Brayko, I do not want my past involvement with Halbeck exposed. Working with him was a mistake, and I understand that.
If the information you can provide helps stop Halbeck's plans, I'll do what I can to keep you out of it.
Then I can ask for little else. I felt you would be open to such a deal, Michael.
Then all I need is Brayko's location.
He is in a mansion outside Moscow, decorated to his own particular tastes.
I'm more interested in his defenses.
That intelligence you may have to gain on your own, or purchase from local contacts.
Just download the location of my PDA, and I'm set.
Very well. I will have the information sent to you. And thank you again for saving my life, Michael.
Whoa there, big guy. Didn't see you there. You been there the whole time?
My apologies. Champion Chick is here to see me, Mr. Thornton. If you are going after Brayko, then I am in need of protection while you're away.
Nothing better than a walking wall, I guess. That medal for real?
Champion Chick won it in the Olympics. Boxing, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I won some too. In shooting and martial arts. Have fun, you two.
So you and Surkov met at the embassy during the attack.
I could have timed it better had I known the VCI was planning to assault the place.
But you survived, even if many of the Marines stationed at the embassy did not. An unfortunate coincidence. Who knew those mercenaries would choose that moment to attack?
The Marines were doing their job. They knew the risks. And they killed a lot of mercs, so it evens out.
You're surprisingly laissez-faire about the business.
There were higher stakes. If the VCI and U.S. Marines want to kill each other, let them. Not my business.
You're quite the realist. I would have expected more patriotic rage. But you handled yourself exceptionally well. You must have had help. You're truly a skilled agent, Mr. Thornton. But one man against several highly trained squads? No, the odds aren't that good.
Sometimes the best method is to send a man in alone. Good help is hard to find, and it usually slows me down anyway. Something wrong?
No. But remind me not to play poker with you. Well, if it hadn't been for that attack in Moscow, I doubt if anyone would have known you were in the city. You certainly kept a low profile.
I'm not in broadcasting or marketing, so that shouldn't surprise you.
I don't know. It seems you still make an impression on the fairer sex, no matter what the age difference is.
What are you talking about?
Z. In mercenary circles, she's something of an... old reliable.
Is that why she's on your payroll?
Ah, so you backtracked that, did you? Very good. But back to the reason you were at the embassy. Surkov.
Yeah, I sort of expected more from ex-KGB when I met him, but maybe that's part of his charm.
So you know about his past?
Yep, him going legit, starting his corporation. Sorry, corporations. Trying to bring capitalism to Russia, the whole bit.
I see. You didn't seem to have much trouble getting information out of Surkov. I imagine you two had a cordial talk while the bullets were flying.
He cooperated. I think he appreciated the fact I acted like a professional. I don't know if he fully trusted me then, but...
But he did tell you who had the Hellbeck missiles. And he gave you a name.
Yes. Confronting Brayko.
Ah, Brayko. What is it about the younger generation? At least Surkov was a businessman. They pretend to obey the law. But Konstantin, now there's a story I'd like to hear. Up-and-coming Russian mobster meets rogue American agent. What could the two of you possibly talk about?
How video killed the radio star.
So if you're going after Brayko, you can either sneak in or hit the front gate guns blazing. Whichever you choose, I suggest you not go in alone.
Already got both options covered, and I've got company.
What do you mean? Where are you?
Inside Brayko's compound. Albatross was nice enough to leave an opening for me.
Mike, the mansion security systems are a little dated.
So's the decor.
I think I can tap into the surveillance systems and use it to track down Brayko or the Halbeck data. This whole place is wired on one circuit.
Halbeck data first, Brayko later.
All right. I've isolated the main server. Looks like it's in the basement. A lot of traffic through there. It's probably the main security system, too.
And Brayko?
Can't track him down. So be careful.
Ask you a question, you sit there, I cut you, you sit there, you bore the shit out of me. Look at what you're wearing. Fucking scarf, stupid jacket.
Oh man, you'll never guess where I am now.
Arcade, right?
Yeah, how'd you know?
I recognize the sound of Galaxy Invaders. I used to play that all the time in high school. Uh-oh.
What?
They've locked down the room. I'll try to override the system, but you'll have to take them out first.
One high score coming up.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, don't worry about it. Killing them all should solve it.
Grenade out.
Are you sure?
Trust me.
Checking things out. Hold in position.
How many times I have to let my little friend cut you? You're not going to have any skin left after I'm done with you.
Mike, I think that's Albatross Brayko's torturing.
He let himself get captured? I have no idea how he survived in this business so long.
I don't know. But if he talks, he could expose you. But if he doesn't, then he's dead. Mike, from the sound of it, I don't know how much longer he's going to last.
It's either Albatross or the data, then. Great. Mina, they knew the risks going in. I don't like it any more than you do, but we'll help them if we can.
All right, Mike. All right, Mike. If we're going after the vault first, head through the courtyard into the main building.
Track it. On it.
Sesame.
All right, Alibaba. Move it.
Got the Halbeck data. And there's a lot of it.
I'm receiving it now. I'll start sorting it.
Who's this?
Help me!
Come out now.
All right, Mike. Head through the courtyard, look for the guest house.
Albatross?
Mike, I'd get up, but I'm in a lot of pain that I'm trying to ignore.
Hold on, Albatross. Let me get you out of there.
Very well.
Can you stand?
I can. I can make it to the exit. Do not let Brayko escape. If he uses what he stole from Halbeck...
I know. You won't get away.
think Albatross made it out.
Good. He's tougher than I thought.
I've gotten to the perimeter, Mike. Thank you for everything.
Next time, stick to the headset. Leave assholes like Brayko from
Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? And where the fuck are my guards?
You didn't hear me enter, Brayko, and there's a reason for that. Before you do anything stupid, I'd keep that in mind.
Huh. So, what, you already wired this place? Got an ambush set up?
Make a move. Find out.
You came for a fight, you got one, buddy. Put on your red shoes. Let's dance. Hide like a little bitch? Come out, wherever you are. Ali action free, whatever the fuck that means. Found you, you punk! Come on out, Mikhail. Oh, that's what I needed right there. Oh. Son of a bitch. Bro, backing around and kill him already. What do I say? Stay down. You only make this harder on yourself. Son of a bitch. You're really stuck. Oh yeah! Now it's on. Now you done that. Come on out, Mikhail. There you are. Take this! Missed me! Son of a bitch. The jacket. Messed up my jacket. Got all this blood on it.
With that color scheme, how can you tell?
Why the fuck did you come here? Did I kill someone you know? Shoot your fucking dog? Fuck your girl?
You'll bleed to death without medical attention, and you're wasting time asking me questions. That's braver than wearing that jacket of yours.
Why are you... Why the fuck are you even here?
And again, with the questions.
Look, I made a mistake before. We can work something out. Not a...
But maybe you can clear something up for me, Brayko. Sure, you're a rich punk, but your dossier paints you as small-time and local. You're a city boy, not a world traveler.
I travel all the time. The world? I can go anywhere I want. Any city, anytime.
Yeah, but you working with Halbeck doesn't make sense to me. They've got standards.
Halbeck? Who the fuck told you that? I'm not... Ah, a corporate suit? Leave that for assholes like Surkov.
So you and Halbeck...
We don't do business. I'd like to, but I just messed up their pipeline because Surkov was getting fat on it. Look, this place, that sound system, gifts to you. That shit in my vault, that's only 1 vault I got. I can set you up for life.
If I let you live, you mean?
Yeah, the big if, huh? I wouldn't ask except something about this. You didn't come here to kill me.
Surkov told me that you had the Halbeck data records. That's what brought me here.
Sergey? Surkov was the one dealing with Halbeck, not me.
I know, he told me.
He told you? We worked together for years, and that arrogant fuck didn't breathe a word about it. Or the money. That's why I hijacked the data and the weapons in the first place, to make a point to that lying fuck. But then you come along and he tells you everything? Fucking bullshit.
I think it's your attitude. You're a little loud for his tastes.
Fuck it. I wish you'd killed me. This day has been the shits. Look, we can make a deal, you and me. I pay. All you have to do is let me walk out of here. Never see me again. Unless, of course, you need anything else, maybe.
I don't think I want you on my conscience, Brayko. And all that cash didn't do much for your common sense. It sure isn't gonna help with mine.
It's end credits, then. Let's go.
So somehow you slipped into the mansion without being detected.
Did I? That's a serious charge, Leyland. Breaking and entering, trespassing. I'm hurt.
And you avoided his security systems, guards, and gained access to his systems.
Assuming I did any of that, is there something wrong?
Hardly. If you were there, and we have evidence you were, then you must have had a good reason. And I'd be curious to know what you found.
I'll bet you would, but I really can't say anything more without a lawyer present, Leyland. Do I get a phone call, or...?
Fine. You seem to take pride in being untraceable, Thornton. It's an impressive skill, and one that's wasted in government. Video footage was recovered from the security cameras at the mansion, although not many cameras were left intact.
So why the questions, then? Obviously, you know everything that happened in the mansion already.
Not exactly, because you weren't the only one attacking the place. Just like the embassy.
True. The two missions had a lot in common. Mostly wrong place, wrong time, bad coincidences, all that.
Or perhaps you're not a lone agent after all. There's only so many coincidences that can happen before they stop being coincidences.
Do you think I actually plan these moments? You're giving me a lot of credit for winging it. I'll take the compliment, but trust me, blind luck is more my alley than anything else.
Of course. Whatever the reason, Brayko certainly has a way with trespassers. I heard he captured the leader of the attackers. Tortured them.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's got a temper.
So you didn't come across a victim? No signs of anyone being tortured? Nothing you heard or saw?
Being in that place was torture enough, even before the music kicked in.
Then whoever was being interrogated must have somehow been able to get away when you had your fight with Brayko. Or they were rescued.
Maybe. And maybe whoever rescued them didn't like the thought of leaving someone to die at Brayko's hands. But hey, that's just a guess.
Sounds like someone with a code of ethics.
Or maybe someone who wanted to help. If you've seen anyone being tortured, I'd like to think the natural reaction would be to help them.
If you in fact stepped in at your earliest convenience, that would be admirable. If.
Yeah, if.
In the end, you found Brayko and dealt with him.
Yep. Got the intel I needed, closed the connection, and shut down your shipments. You got nothing.
Yes. How embarrassing for us. Years of work ruined. It'll take us some time to find a new contact in Moscow. If we find one at all. You're thorough, Thornton, I'll give you that. For a minute there, I thought we'd underestimated you. That you might be too dumb to figure it out.
So, he underestimated me and thought I was too dumb to figure it out. Looks like Surkov's in for a surprise.
Then you have the upper hand. I don't think anyone knows what happened in the mansion, and Surkov's already under the radar.
Might be a little too early for congratulations. I still need to get Surkov. Got a fix on where he's hiding yet?
In doing the background check, I run a batch file to track any connections or equities Surkov has in local companies, especially dummy corporations. One rose to the top. Molotech. It's local, and it's been shut down for months.
Why Molotech?
Because the batch file also checks keycards, cell phone, and internet activity, and all of those have been detected at Molotech in the past 24 hours. And, according to the timestamps, not long after you paid Surkov a visit in his office.
That's great, Mina. Well done. The next time I go rogue and I'm hunted by every intelligence agency in the world, you're going to be the first one I call.
Agent Thornton. I may even do you the honor of answering the phone, if I don't have any other job offers. But Mike, when you go to Molotech, watch yourself, okay? Surkov, he's...
I'll be careful. I promise I won't blow up anything or shoot anyone unless I have to. In the lobby. No secretary.
Nothing on radio. Security system. It's quiet.
Should I be concerned?
You aren't already? Let's find Surkov. He's in the building somewhere.
Looks like Surkov's employees are pulling a late night, and they're armed.
There must be more. I can't be too far away. Surkov's trying to leave. I just picked up a helicopter approaching on satellite.
He won't get away that easily.
Michael. So, you returned to speak to me. Good. I was worried Constantine might get the upper hand, and of the two of you, you are a more reasonable man.
You set me up to kill him. Why?
Constantine is impulsive. While Halbeck and I do not see eye to eye, I am afraid Constantine is much more open to deals than I.
You're not working with Halbeck.
I did. Then their boardroom negotiations offended me. Michael, Halbeck approached me many years ago concerning weapons trafficking. The relationship over time proved profitable to both of us, until recently. I deal with intermediaries, but they share Halbeck's arrogance and unwillingness to negotiate in a changing market.
With a corporate vision like that, I'm surprised your businesses in Moscow are still standing. So you wanted to ruin Halbeck, is that it?
Yes, and I will prove it. Mr. Thornton, we're talking now because I see an opportunity here for both of us to take down a common enemy. Interested? I will only make this offer once.
And how could you possibly help me?
I was in business with Halbeck for the past few years, Mr. Thornton. I keep meticulous records.
I agree, and you hand them over?
Yes.
All right, you got a deal.
Excellent. I will arrange to have the records transmitted to you, and as information develops, we shall speak more. I think Halbeck made a poor choice when they decided to set you up, Mr. Thornton. Let's prove that out, shall we?
Nothing would make me happier.
Getting situated?
Nice place. I kind of hope this operation lasts a while. I could get used to this. Alright, what do we got?
From the information Shahid gave us, it's not clear what the link is between Halbeck and Al-Samad in Rome. But it does list the local Al-Samad cell leader, a Jibril al-Bara. But...
You know, you have this really cute way of broadcasting trouble with your tone.
it's part of my charm.
What's the problem?
There's a CIA listening post here in Rome, and it's pretty well staffed. They're definitely running a search on you. Huh. And Al-Samad, it looks like.
What's their chance of tracking us down?
I don't know. You could try to stay below the radar, but that doesn't really seem to be your strong suit.
Any chance of keeping an eye on them, or bugging the system, tapping into their network?
It's possible, but you'd need to slip in there without being detected.
So we'll have to be extra covert when carrying out this covert op, which will make finding the Al-Samad cell even harder.
There may be another way to get information we need on Al-Samad and Halbeck. It looks like there's an NSA echelon listening post in Rome. You might be able to access that and use their database to do our hunting for us. It looks like it's in a gelato shop.
You've got to be kidding me.
Stranger things have happened.
So those are my options? Disarm the listening post, tap into the NSA computer, or make a straight run for Albara? What about Halbeck? What's their tie here?
There's nothing about it in Shahid's records. So I did a check of Halbeck employees and ex-employees in Rome. One recent arrival came to the top that I think is worth looking into. Conrad Marburg.
Conrad Marburg? Must have been teased out of elementary school.
You two should have lots to talk about then.
Just because my name sounds like the son of a Norse thunder god doesn't mean I had any problems in school, Mina Tang.
Whatever you say, Mike. And for the record, I love my name.
Alright, so what's Marburg's tie to Halbeck?
He doesn't have one, at least as of a year ago. He was actually chief of security, but then apparently transferred to working as a contractor for the Veteran Combat Initiative.
That's the same organization that Z works for.
Oh, joy.
She may know something that could help us.
Unless you need advice on implants, I wouldn't bother.
Alright. You got a picture of Marburg?
Sending it to your screen now. His dossier doesn't have much on him, and some of the early details seem sketchy to me. Mike, what's wrong?
Something tells me Marburg's our real problem. But let's figure out the Al-Samad connection first. They're a little more knee-jerk than Halbeck.
Do you think Shahid will help?
I'm certain, especially if Halbeck's involved. I'll contact him, see what I can find out about Albara.